Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, Lagos State kick against destruction of public infrastructure, state government predicts high-intensity annual rainfall, and Lagos State engage Muslim youth, ask them to stay out of violence. Let's kick off the show with this rather disturbing news of public infrastructure vandalization. Some residents in the Alaba-Rago area of the state have constantly destroyed concrete slabs along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway, a trend that is affecting the completion of the road project. Now, for this reason, the Lagos state government is sending a note of warning to residents in that axis, asking them to desist from such act or face the wrath of the law. Now, this message is coming from the Special Advisor to the Governor on Works and Infrastructure, Aramide Adeoye, who made this known during a stakeholders meeting at Alausa in Ikeja. Take a look.
Construction of the Lagos-Badagry Expressway is one of the major infrastructure projects being undertaken by the Lagos state government. This project has been on for over 10 years, and the state government says is working hard to deliver its own part of the road, which is over 70% completion. Even though there's some grounds to be covered before, the Special Advisor to Governor Sanwo-Olu on Works and Infrastructure once again appeals to residents to take ownership of what has been done so far and other public infrastructure.
One of the things that we say here is let the residents take ownership of whichever project is in their domain. We do that stakeholder engagement as a prerequisite for even going ahead with the project. Because there's no point for you to give people a project in their domain when the needs analysis has not been done. The first thing that we do in this ministry is what is the needs analysis? Before you begin to look at what is the social impact, the social economic benefit that you will get from that project. And then getting them to take ownership from day one. There's no point wasting resources only for people not to make use of them and begin to abuse that infrastructure from day one. We see a lot of abuse on that corridor. You see, particularly from Alaba-Rago, people actually wash cars on the road, on the pavement. You see mechanics put on tires on the roadway. You see market women actually sell on the walkway. You see street lights, they burn tires very close to street lights. And so these are the things that we cry against. We are government. Government is not just an executive council. Government is every individual who pays his or her tax. That's what composition of government is. And as citizens that are socially responsible, we will ensure that everyone, we always say it, take ownership. There's no point. There's a lot of influx of people coming to Lagos. Lagos stands for something. It stands for excellence. There's some things, there's some values that we cherish. Part of which is also living in an ambience that is conducive and is good, that is fit, that you can say this habitation is good. Where you have walkways turned into market stalls, you have people actually washing cars, you have people even defecating on the roadway. Before you come in the morning, you see it. These are all of the abuses that they subject the infrastructure to, and that's what we're crying about.
But it seems some criminal elements within the Alaba-Rago area of the state are bent on sabotaging investment on the Lagos-Badagry Expressway corridor. A development that prompted this meeting by the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure with security operatives and others affected by the vandalization.
We have noticed a trend in the last 3 months.
The Special Advisor on Works and Infrastructure gives more details, including an update on arrest of those suspected of removing concrete slab meant to cover drainage channels.
The Lagos state government has invested a lot of money in the infrastructure along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway corridor, from lot 1 down to lot 2, segments 1, 2, and 3. It's disheartening that we have noticed a trend in the last 3 months, since the beginning of this year, that all of the precast elements, particularly cover slabs, street lights, road furniture, part of the road furnitures, are already being vandalized. The contractor on the project, Mr. CCC, had written severally to say this is beginning to happen and that they are helpless. So they decided even on their own to increase their security vigilance, and on 3 occasions have apprehended in the dead hours of the night men vandalizing those infrastructure with sledgehammer. The pictures that you see on the screen that have been shown on the screen, they speak to that like men caught in the act. That's two gentlemen now. I think they have already been charged to court. One of them there said he actually found his way, he was going to Ibadan. And then he slept in the trailer and found his way to Lagos, where he met somebody who said he was going to go and break cover slab to remove the iron there. And he joined him. So the two of them were caught in the act there. They've been charged to court. That was on one occasion. On the second occasion, I think they met stock of iron rod already littered, because every day that they come to site, they see meters of roadway cover slabs already removed. And they put them in the carts. The picture that you see in one of the pictures, you will see the cart pusher. Exactly, that picture shows you somebody who has actually carried the cover slab, loaded it in the cart, about to take it away to go and break to remove the iron rod. You have scales on the roadway, people who buy the iron rod on the roadway. It doesn't speak to us as a people who have respect for public infrastructure. When you provide public infrastructure, it's meant for the overall good of people. And so when few individuals or elements come and decide that this is what they want to use to make a living, I think it's not right. We need, as a government and as a people, to flush them out. We preach each time when we provide this infrastructure, say, let them take ownership. Let people who own this infrastructure take ownership from day one. And this is one of the bad examples of how not to take ownership. I'm glad if you look here to my right, you see all of the DPOs along the corridor. It's something that they're well aware of. They have actually been part of the process of apprehending all of these people. It's a sad development. Every iron rod that they have traced there, that have been stolen, have been found in Alaba-Rago community. The people, if you were here all throughout, everybody has said it, they confirmed it. So it's something, it's just a claim, it's not just a claim, it's an assertion that people have proven. They said, yes, it is true. So the question is, what are we doing? And that's why I said, as a government, we'll ramp up our patrols around it, we'll escalate it. It's a security, it's a point of concern for all of us, and then we'll see what we'll do in the next coming days and weeks. In the meantime, the Arewa community, the head of the Arewa community, whose representative is here, it will go back home so that they can go back to sensitize and speak to the people in the language that they will understand. To say this is not how to eke a living in Lagos. It's not right. We won't condone it as a state. And so they need to check their ways. Lagos is accommodating to all, but we should not come in here to destroy the infrastructure.
Meanwhile, one of the Alaba-Rago community leaders assured the state government of engaging the people to ensure they do the right thing.
I never knew this is happening. I'm just hearing it for the first time. And I'm not happy that these things are pointing down to my people. But we've had everything. We have had everything, and we surely go back to our people to warn them not to destroy government property. It's not been done anywhere in the world.
Challenges aside, the contractor in charge of the road project explains efforts made so far.
Some months ago, we discovered that part of the road drains were being vandalized. So we thought it was just a mere issue, not until when we discover on daily basis that these things continues on the road. It started from Okoko down to Alakija. So on daily basis, they break away the drain covers and go away with the iron rods. We intensify our patrol at night. Myself and the security agencies, we go around to make sure we patrol this corridor. And on daily basis, we normally apprehend some of them, which they confess to us that that is what they see other doing, and they also continue doing the same thing. Some of them might not even be aware of the danger inherent in doing such a thing, but because they see others doing it. So that's why we are here today, so that the Lagos State government can talk to their Serikis, so that they can also preach to them that maybe if it's ignorance, they should know that this thing is not the right thing to do. It's not a way of, it's not the national cake, that they should just go there and be fetching. So they should find other alternative job to do, which will fetch them better money.
The state government is hopeful that this puts an end to the issues causing small delays along this major corridor, and is confident of moving ahead unhindered with the 30% has left to be done.